You want her to notice you, to think about you, to want you, but she doesn't. She's not interested. She barely sees you, and you're wondering why. You're wondering what's missing. Let me tell you something. Obsession isn't created by chasing, it's created by absence. Before we go deeper, subscribe. This channel is for men, men who want the truth, men who are tired of games. Subscribe now. Let's continue. So, you want her obsessed? You want her thinking about you? You want her unable to forget you? But here's the problem. You're doing everything wrong. You're texting her constantly. You're always available. You're showing too much interest. You're making yourself obvious. And that kills everything. It kills mystery. It kills attraction. It kills any chance of obsession. Because obsession doesn't come from certainty. It comes from uncertainty. It comes from questions unanswered, from patterns broken, from expectations shattered. Women don't obsess over men they understand. They obsess over men they can't figure out, men who don't follow the script, men who don't play by the rules, men who don't need them. And that's the key word, need. If she senses you need her, it's over. The obsession will never start because neediness repels. It repels everyone, but especially women. Women are attracted to men who are complete without them. Men who have their own world, their own mission, their own purpose. Men who would be fine if she disappeared tomorrow. That's what creates obsession. Not your attention, but your indifference. Not your availability, but your absence. Not your words, but your silence. Now, let me explain this deeper. Most men think attraction is about addition. Add more compliments, add more attention, add more effort, add more gifts, add more time. But that's not how it works. Attraction is about subtraction. Subtract your neediness, subtract your desperation, subtract your constant presence, subtract your predictability. The less you give her, the more she wants you, the less available you are. The more she pursues you, the less you care. The more she thinks about you. This isn't manipulation. This is human psychology. This is how attraction actually works. People obsess over what they can't have, over what feels scarce, over what might slip away. If you're always there, always responding immediately, always making time for her, you become common. You become expected. You become boring. And boring doesn't create obsession. It creates indifference. So here's what you do instead. You create space intentionally. You disappear sometimes, not to play games, but because you have a life, a real life, a life that matters, a life that doesn't revolve around her. You have goals you're chasing, work that demands your focus, friends who need your presence, hobbies that consume your time, a mission that drives you forward, and she's just a part of it. Not the whole thing, not even the main thing, just a part. And when she realizes that, when she sees you're not waiting, not hoping, not desperate for her attention, something shifts in her mind. She starts to wonder, why isn't he chasing me? Why isn't he texting constantly? Why isn't he trying harder? What's he doing right now? Who's he with? Does he even care? And those questions become obsession. Those thoughts consume her because you've become unpredictable. You've become scarce. You've become valuable. Now let's talk about behavior, the way you act around her. Most men make this mistake. They become different around her. They change their energy. They become nervous. They try too hard. They seek her approval. They watch her reactions. They adjust based on her mood. And she feels all of it. She feels the shift. She feels your need for validation. And it turns her off completely. So here's what you do. You stay the same energy, the same confidence, the same indifference. Whether she's there or not, whether she's interested or not, whether she responds or not, you remain unchanged because your value doesn't come from her. It comes from you, from who you are, from what you've built, from the life you're living. And when she sees that, when she realizes you're not affected, not by her presence, not by her absence, not by her approval or rejection, she becomes obsessed because you're different from every other man. Every other man who needs her, who chases her, who changes for her, you don't. You stay solid. You stay grounded, you stay focused on your mission, and that's magnetic, that's powerful, that's what creates real obsession. Now, let's go deeper into this. Let's talk about emotional control. This is where most men fail completely. They let her control their emotions. If she texts back, they're happy. If she doesn't, they're anxious. If she's warm, they're excited. If she's cold, they're devastated. They're on an emotional roller coaster, and she's driving it. She has all the power, and women don't obsess over men who give away their power. They obsess over men who keep it. Men who are emotionally stable, men who don't react, men who stay calm always. So you need to master this. Your emotions are your own. They don't depend on her. They don't change based on her. If she texts, you respond calmly. When you feel like it, not immediately, not desperately, but when it fits your schedule. If she doesn't text, you don't care. You're busy anyway. You have things to do, people to see, goals to achieve. Your life continues with or without her. And that attitude is everything. It shows her you're not desperate, you're not waiting, you're not hoping, you're just living your life. And she can join or not. It's her choice. But it won't change your direction. It won't affect your happiness. It won't determine your worth. And when she realizes that, when she sees you're truly indifferent, she'll do anything for your attention. She'll start initiating conversations. She'll start asking questions. She'll start making effort because now she's chasing. Now she's wondering. Now she's obsessed. Let's talk about physical presence now. How you carry yourself matters deeply when you're around her. Most men shrink. They become smaller. They lean in too much. They seek validation through body language. They mirror her energy. They adjust their posture based on her reactions. And she reads all of it subconsciously. She sees the weakness. She feels the neediness. So you do the opposite. You take up space confidently. You stand tall naturally. You move with purpose. You don't lean in toward her. You lean back comfortably. You maintain eye contact, but you break it first. Not because you're uncomfortable, but because you have somewhere else to look, something else to focus on. You're not fixated on her. You're aware of your surroundings. You're present, but not obsessed. And this creates tension, good tension, the kind that makes her wonder, why isn't he staring at me? Why isn't he hanging on my words? Why does he seem so comfortable, so unaffected, so unbothered? And that tension builds obsession because you're not like the others. You're not predictable. You're not easy to read. You're a puzzle she can't solve. And women obsess over puzzles, over mysteries, over men they can't figure out. Now, let's discuss conversation. This is critical. Most men talk too much. They over-explain everything. They fill every silence. They try to impress her with stories, with achievements, with words. But impressive men don't try to impress. They just are. They speak less. They listen more. They're comfortable with silence. They don't need to fill space with meaningless words. So, when you talk to her, keep it brief. Keep it interesting. Keep it mysterious. Don't tell her everything. Don't explain your whole life. Don't answer every question fully. Leave gaps. Leave questions unanswered. Leave her wanting more. Because when you give her everything, there's nothing left to discover, nothing left to wonder about, nothing left to obsess over. But when you hold back, when you reveal yourself slowly, when you keep parts of yourself hidden, she becomes fascinated. She wants to know more. She wants to understand you. She wants to solve you. And that wanting becomes obsession. Let's talk about your mission. Now, this is the foundation of everything. If you don't have a mission, a real purpose, a direction you're moving toward, none of this works. Because it's not about techniques. It's not about tricks. It's about who you actually are. Are you a man with purpose? Are you building something? Are you working towards something meaningful? Or are you just existing, just passing time, just hoping a woman will complete you? If it's the latter, she'll never be obsessed. She'll never truly want you. Because women don't obsess over empty men. They obsess over full men. Men whose lives are already complete. Men who are already fulfilled. Men who are already moving somewhere. So before you even think about her, think about yourself. What are you building? What are you becoming? What drives you forward every day? If you don't have answers, get them. Find your purpose, find your mission, find your direction, and pursue it relentlessly. When you do this, when you become a man on a mission, women naturally become obsessed. Not because you're trying, but because you're not. Not because you're chasing them, but because you're chasing something bigger, something more important, something that actually matters. And they want to be part of that. They want to join that journey. They want to be chosen by a man who has options, who has purpose, who has value. That's what creates real obsession. Not your words, not your techniques, but your life, the life you're actually living. Now, here's an uncomfortable truth. You can't make someone obsessed if you're obsessed with them first. It doesn't work that way. Obsession requires imbalance. Someone has to care less, and it needs to be you. Not because you're playing games, but because you genuinely have better things to do, because your life is genuinely fulfilling, because you're genuinely complete without her. If you're thinking about her constantly, she's not thinking about you. If you're waiting for her texts, she's not waiting for yours. If you're planning your day around her, she's not planning hers around you. So you have to shift. You have to become the one who cares less. Not by pretending, but by actually caring less, by actually having a life, by actually being fulfilled. And when you reach that point, when you genuinely don't need her, that's when she'll need you. That's when she'll chase you. That's when she'll become obsessed. Let me tell you something else. Obsession isn't always healthy for her or for you. So ask yourself honestly, why do you want her obsessed? Is it because you like her genuinely or because you need validation? Is it because she's special or because she rejected you? Is it about connection or about ego? Be honest with yourself. Because if it's just ego, if it's just validation, if it's just winning, then you're building on sand. It won't last. It won't satisfy you. It won't make you happy. True attraction is mutual. It's balanced. It's healthy. It's not about obsession. It's about genuine connection between two complete people. So yes, I'm teaching you psychology. I'm teaching you how attraction works, but use it wisely. Use it with integrity. Use it to attract the right person. Not just any person. Not just for validation. Not just to prove something, but to build something real with someone who deserves you and who you deserve. Here's the final truth. The best way to make her obsessed is to not try at all, is to focus on yourself completely, is to build your life intentionally, is to become the best version of yourself, is to pursue your mission relentlessly, is to be genuinely happy alone. And when you reach that state, when you're truly content, when you're truly fulfilled, when you're truly complete, women will naturally become obsessed. Not because you're trying, but because you're not. Not because you need them, but because you don't. Not because you're chasing, but because you're being chased. And that's the ultimate position. That's real power. That's genuine attraction. So stop chasing her. Stop trying so hard. Stop being so available. Stop needing her validation and start building yourself. Start pursuing your mission. Start living your purpose. Start being complete alone. And watch what happens. Watch how she starts noticing you. Watch how she starts asking about you. Watch how she starts pursuing you. Watch how she becomes obsessed. Not because you made her, but because you became worth obsessing over. If this resonated with you deeply, if you're ready to change, if you're ready to become that man, subscribe to this channel right now. We're building men here. Men of purpose, men of value, men who don't chase, subscribe, and start your transformation today. Your future is waiting for